Hello, Scorpio. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing well. Let's dive straight into your weekly reading for the week ahead. We're going to see what's coming up for you guys. This is going to be for the week of the 10th to the 16th of February. Okay, so happy Valentine's Day for the week ahead. Let's see what's going on for the Scorpios, please, Spirit. What is a key word that they need to hear within this week? What's an important theme for this week, please, for Scorpios? Okay, we got it. It's all about fear. All right, conquering your fears, dealing with fear. If I can pick up the card, I will show you guys. The affirmation for this is I realize that I'm testing my resolve to live in the energy of love, right? So fear is just helping you to find solutions or to find what the blockages are so that you can resolve it and move forward, okay? So that you can live in an energy of love and of faith. So conquering your fears seems to be your theme. Let's see what else is going on for you guys as well. Let's see for Scorpios. Get 2 cards out from this deck. Thank you. So you have higher power coming in. So tapping into the divine, unlocking your third eye, seeing beyond, what you're seeing with just your 2 eyes. So, the co-create card tried to come out there, but I guess it didn't want to. Can we get another card out for Scorpio? Okay, interesting. So you have chaos and conflict coming in, and that could definitely mean that there's a lot of changes going on right now, maybe conflict, but usually this is my card where there's so much chaos going on, right? And it's having its impact on you. And I will say on a larger scale of things, it is in a good way because it's kind of removing certain layers of yourself that aren't serving you anymore, right? Whether that's fearful sides of yourself, or I always say this is because you're going from a zebra to a giraffe. So we go from black and white thinking to a bigger perspective, right? Giraffes are much taller. So seeing the bigger picture is important. And that makes sense with higher power too. I wonder if you're really kind of understanding something from a higher perspective. But let's dive in a little bit deeper because of course we do have the chaos and conflict card. So let's see what that is about for you. Let's get a few more cards for you. All right, Scorpios, thank you. One more. You're going through some big changes. All right, let's take the chameleon. Okay, we'll take them all. This says act as if. Okay, so Spirit wants you to start acting like the energy you want to become, okay, or want to attract in your life. So that's going to be important. There is a time to fake it till you make it. Okay, it might seem a little bit delulu at first, but eventually it starts to become your reality, and it's just all about rewiring your brain. Like in a scientific level, you're actually just rewiring it. It's just like building a habit, right? At first, it's not a habit. You got to build it up. Okay, so even with a certain way of being, it's the same thing. And then you have lizard spirit, and that says dream the wild into being. Okay, lizards are all about adapting to their environment. So that makes sense here. And then you also have cow spirit. The miracles are endless. So a lot of this seems really good. So you have fears, but it's probably because you're growing and you're changing and you're evolving in your life. So it's normal to experience fears when you're doing things like that. So I wouldn't worry too much about it. Just keep connected to your higher self, to this higher power here. All right. And just keep showing up for yourself. Okay. And again, acting like the energy you want to attract is going to be important. So let's get you a few extra cards from this deck here for Scorpios. Can we get a few of these? Other messages for this week. Okay. Now, let's talk about it. So you have carriage, a journey may be happening this week, either physical or mental. You also have tulip, which is talking about great passion. You also have fire, so a lot of passionate energies coming through. This has strong emotion, passionate love or hate, maybe a mixture of both. Who knows? Broken bridge is coming through, saying an unsuccessful outcome to a problem, and that is okay. That could probably be what the chaos and conflict card is about. All right, now, first things first. Just because one bridge is broken doesn't mean that there is not another way to get to where you want to go, okay? So if there is something that falls through, just remember, okay, you just have to pivot a little bit. You have to change direction. You have to find another way, and that's okay. You're still going to get where you want to go. It's just a little bit difficult, right? Then you also have purse. Pay attention to your finances this week, okay? So that could be an important message for you guys. Let's dive into your tarot, my angels, to see a little bit more what's going on. For my gorgeous Scorpios, now broken bridge can also be about falling out with somebody, because that could also be with the chaos and conflict too. So just wanted to bring that up just in case someone's experiencing that. What is the overall energy of this week for Scorpios? One card out. Okay. So despite what's going on, actually, this is a very emotionally fulfilling week, which is awesome. The Ten of Cups has a rainbow here. And as we know, rainbows come after the rainy days. The sun is starting to shine. So it does represent finally feeling happy after some difficult moments in your life, some sadness maybe. So this is a good sign. What is the energy of Scorpio this week? Temperance. Gorgeous. So you're doing the work. I love that. This is about taking your time, being patient, balancing things, bringing harmony into your world. You could be a bit of a mediator at this time because, again, chaos and conflict is coming through, but your energy, you're actually managing it very well. Okay, so that's interesting. What is the challenge for this week for Scorpio? The World. Okay, again, it's about changes. Now this feels good. Whatever the changes are that's going on, again, it does feel good. The only thing that I see as a challenge is the fear of starting something new. But it does feel like you're following your gut, you're following your higher power, your higher guidance. And it makes a bit of sense here because, as I was saying, your third eye is opening, which means that you can see beyond just our two eyes, meaning that things right now may seem like a mess. They may feel like, okay, this is a bit crazy. And what if these things go wrong? Or maybe this is just impossible. Like, our realistic mind feels like this is not the right situation. However, let me just go get that door. Sorry about that. So what I think I was trying to say, if I've lost my train of thought, is that, okay, so things look a little bit chaotic right now in terms of like the realistic perspective of things, but there's this higher knowing or calling, or this, you can see beyond the situation. You can see that actually, okay, this looks a bit crazy, but I'm going where I want to go. So it does look quite nice. It does look like there's a lot of great cards coming through here, so I'm not too worried about it. All right, let's see what's going on for you guys in terms of what your advice is from Spirit. Please, Spirit, for Scorpios, can we get a card out for the advice that you have for them this week? What's a piece of advice? Okay, Page of Cups. Interesting. What is that on top of? On top of, pay attention to your finances. So be aware of your feelings and emotions. Now, I see that everything's going to work out well. In terms of the Page of Cups being your advice, it is about listening to your inner child, being more expressive in terms of what what your inner child is telling you to do. So a really good time to start following your heart in a way and be more creative and in terms of your feelings, which I think you're doing already. It's just fear that's in the way, but I feel like you're following maybe a childhood dream or something that you've always wanted to do. So pay attention to that. Do things that make your inner child giggle with laughter, that kind of thing. But also, Page of Cups, be aware of your feelings too. So a really good time to manage them. It is a Page of Cups. So if you think about children, how they manage their feelings, it's not always the best. So we want to kind of work on that, which I see that you're doing anyway. You have a lot of amazing cup cards here. And even though the Temperance is not a cups card, she's balancing cups here. So in your energy, you are definitely trying to figure out your feelings and emotions and trying to stay balanced and grounded whilst you're moving forward towards success. That sun in the background says that you are moving towards a lot of happiness and a lot of success. The sun can sometimes, I don't know why I'm bringing astrology into it, but it can represent your career. So that if this is going on in your career life or in terms of your reputation or how you're seen in the world, this does look really good. It just seems like you're going to be shining bright, but you're in a stage of moving towards that and balancing yourself along the way. So it does feel really nice. Again, Ten of Cups being your overall energy is amazing because it's just a lot of happiness, and not just you might actually have a lot of fun with family or with friends or with a community this week as well. It just looks like everyone's going to be happy, which is nice in the end. Now, the wild card coming through as your challenge, as I said, this glow up or this change is the most difficult part, but it's good. Like, the wild card is a good card because it's saying that you're leveling up, you're entering a new chapter, an old chapter's ending, a new one's beginning. So this is good. I just feel like, again, the only problem here is your fear. So changing your perspective around what scares you might be important. Okay. And as we've said down here as well, you do have act as if, so this feels like some advice for you as well, and dream the world into being. So it's a really good time this week to visualize. All right, make sure that you are maybe making some vision boards or dream boards or whatever. Just keep viewing where you're going, because I think that's really what's guiding you over here through this chaos, and most importantly, through this change of who you are. as I was saying, the most important thing right now in your life is that you're really changing, you're evolving, and you're really opening your awareness, actually, because again, as I was saying, you're seeing things from a higher perspective, almost like a hermit. You're climbing that mountain here, but you're becoming different because of it. So it does feel really nice. And again, all these cards are good, so I'm not too worried about you guys this week. It's just overcoming your fears and taking the path that you feel guided to take, and that brings you a lot of happiness along the way. So there we go. That's what I have for you guys. I wish you guys all the best for the week ahead. Let me know how this resonates with you guys in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one. All right.